National. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So the Commanders make their way out on offense for the first time here. And it's the rookie Jayden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick, leading the way.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Daniels looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Eagles will have it, taking over a 1st and 10. So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down. Now into a sea of defenders, had intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 17 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. Now their versatile running back. Here's Austin Eckler. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake, Daniels. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And Gay knocks this one through. And it's 3-0 Washington. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. You talk about this Washington defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Eagles had 8 and 6 now on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football. But if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Now the first carry here for the running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. He'll drop to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And this is a guy who's going to get some carries going forward. Picked up as a free agent just this past week.
How about fresh legs, right? We always talk about bringing a guy in, provides that spark, and maybe a little bit of extra energy.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Commanders' offense set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They begin the drive with Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So here's a 3rd and 14. Now Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with him. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Daniels. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. To throw is Daniels. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. To the air goes Daniels. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage, and that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
He finds his man, complete. That's Lane. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. They'll motion McLaurin left. Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Daniels. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Deebo Samuel from 8 yards out. And the Commanders are once again back in front. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Eagles offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick slant here to Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of 13 yards. And an Eagle first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll take this down inside the 45. "23 yards on the tuck and run."
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. The man in motion is Brown. They'll look to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert from 19 yards away. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. 5 plays there on that drive. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. It's caught on the right side by Robinson.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Back to throw again. This will be caught by Brown. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And that'll be incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. That is caught. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Daniels looking to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Giants who were able to come away with the road victory. Russell Wilson, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Anthony Richardson with a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Hendon Hooker leading the way as his guys pick up win number 14 on the year. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. The tight end in motion right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Brown. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. In motion goes the tight end. 2nd and 5. This will be caught once again by Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he's down at the 17-yard line. The slot man in motion right. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now they needed 2, they could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Elliott is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To the air goes Daniels. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 1. Here's Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's good for Washington. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's the option. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Now Daniels. Man open left side is Brown. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Off the play fake. Daniels slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. He's still barreling through. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now back to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Commanders Field. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Philadelphia.
Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there, with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense back out there. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. To throw is Daniels. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Throwing now is Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And yet again, it's McLaurin. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd the 29-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Over the middle here to Brown. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Daniels looking to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
In motion right is Brown. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On 3rd down, Robinson. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gay knocks this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Well, the Eagles' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
At the 34-yard line.
Smith in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Eagles.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. That is intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, we dominate today.
And they take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense